way between them two and Paige. There we go. We'll be set.
Oh, you just ruined the mood.
I didn't kill the mood. That's a great mood to me.
I still get the other 2 minutes, so I wouldn't really argue with that. As long as those two stay in, I'm okay. Oh, then we could add Alicia Fox in it too.
No, please don't.
Man,
no,
that just got even better for me.
Nope. Add AJ's fine, but not the other two. No, do not add Alicia.
If you add AJ,
that's a good.
gotta make a fourth one.
That's a good list. I can see that. You add some people I didn't think you would add, but that was good.
Going off name and potential and character.
All right.
You're going off name and potential. All you said was Murphy Brown.
He didn't say Murphy Brown.
Or Murphy, what was it? Murphy what?
You weren't paying attention.
Yeah,
Bill
was
Murphy.
it?
It's
What?
Bill Murphy.
What was
It's
it?
Bill Murray.
No, it wasn't Bill Murray.
No.
You just said Murphy, whatever. And
So, all right.
you didn't
what
give
about,
us anything about the guy.
Little Steven, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, I do.
Man, listen, I don't need to give you anything other than his name is Buddy Murphy.
Buddy
and
Murphy, there you go.
His tights are cut out like they're on fire flames, okay? That's all you need to know. All right? I mean, look at that dude. Tell me that dude doesn't just look crazy.
You know who I thought you would pick? I thought you would pick Bull Dempsey.
No. No.
Have you seen Bull Dempsey?
Yeah. No. I mean, I don't think Bull Dempsey's got the same kind of swag that Buddy Murphy does, man.
No,
that's a swag.
There's no mistaking. He does not have the type of swag.
Bull Dumpsty or Dempsey, he just looks like the bad stepchild that Duke the Dumpster Drosy left on somebody's doorstep because he didn't want to take care of him. I mean, just look at the dude. I mean, seriously.
Duke
I'm
the
going to pull this up right here. Tell me that does not remind you of him.
No,
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, no.
You're right.
Hey, no, what's
illegitimate child. I'm telling you.
Have you seen him in the ring? He is.
Yeah.
I don't. He's like 6'3", maybe, and he's rough in the ring.
Looking at his face. Look really close at his face. It looks like Duke the Dumpster Drosy and Rusev had a love baby.
Oh, God.
Look at his face. Tell me that doesn't look like Rusev.
It does.
Just putting it out there.
All right. Who you got?
All right. So I have a lot of the same people you've got on yours.
Of course you do.
But one of
no one saw that coming.
Is one of the guys I've been actually what was that?
Tom Phillips.
Alex Ryan.
Alex Ryan, yeah, A-Rod.
Tom Phillips.
No, Corey Graves. Corey Graves, I like the Lucky 13 move he does.
He's injured right now too.
Yeah, but he does like his submission move is the Lucky 13, which is you don't see a lot. You do not see that move a lot, and he's pretty good. And Charlotte, of course. I'm a Charlotte guy, I mean, even though there is someone in this room who says you shouldn't do something that your daddy did,
okay.
but,
I don't like you copying your dad, okay? Now,
she doesn't copy him.
I don't have a problem. The music's kind of cool because it starts out like it's his, and then it goes into hers, which is pretty cool.
So do you have a problem with Natalia because she copies her uncle? With the sharpshooter?
Yeah, I do actually. I mean, I got more of a problem with Tyson Kidd doing it than I do Natalia.
By the way,
Tyson Kidd.
What? Talk about Natalia. That shirt that she had on Monday night.
Yeah. Oh,
I knew you were going to bring that up too.
Now that she is supposly single, she's letting the puppies out.
What do you mean supposedly single?
Well, you have to watch Total Divas.
Oh, okay.
Where you can watch on WWE Network for $9.99
of Total Divas
for $9.99.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think one 6-month champ is going to start watching that. By the way,
okay.
You should.
I think I need to.
Can you get her on the show?
I wish I could.
hey, Mike.
Right.
Mike, what do you think? Mike, you still ain't saying nothing. What do you think?
Yeah.
No. What?
No.
All right, he said boobs.
Oh, gosh. See, this is why you don't let him. All
right. So, anyway.
Charlotte was number 4. Number 3 is the tag team Ascension.
That's pretty good. They're a pretty good tag team.
They're a pretty good tag team. And you guys know how I feel about tag teams. I think they should be a lot more in WWE, even though they're not.
Here, on that note, though, the one thing that I do not want to see them do to that tag team is do not put them with Bray Wyatt.
Yeah,
don't
supposedly
do it.
that's
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I promise you, don't do it.
They've been talking
Don't
about
do
that.
it.
That's what I'm afraid
and the
of.
reason is, to me, tag teams, unless they're going to team with a world champion or the Intercontinental champion, the only way you put a true tag team in a faction that works is if that guy's a singles champion and then they become tag champions.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, look through time. To me, that's the only way
I
it
will
works.
say of everybody we're talking about now, they will be the first ones called up next.
Yeah,
and they'll be the first one to win titles.
Yeah, because we need another tag team. And the angle they're working NXT right now, they're fighting Hideo Itami, and tonight Finn Balor should be there. So that's who's they're going against.
Okay.
So, but the Ascension will be next.
Adrian Neville. I like him. I like the red.
I love the
red arrow.
Yeah, the red arrow is awesome.
I mean, come on, it's a freaking corkscrew 450, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
I will say right now, as a singles wrestler, he's probably got the most potential right now out of almost anyone there. Right
That's
now.
true.
Like if you had to call a guy up right now to be IC champion or something, I think he would be the first guy you would tag.
Well, no offense, I love Sami Zayn though.
Yeah, see, I disagree with you because my favorite is Sami Zayn. And here's the reason why.
Well,
the guy,
either one of those. Well, let me say either
12
one
years.
of those two guys.
He has been all around the world. Like, he reminds me, and this is probably why I like him, reminds me of a Mr. Chris Jericho. As many people like to know, Chris Jericho went all around the world to harness his craft. He went to Germany. He went to New Japan. He went to Mexico. He's done all these places. Sami Zayn has done it for 12 years. He's been internationally known. He started he started on the European circuit. He's been there. He's been in the Canadian circuit. He's been in Japan. He's been in Mexico. He's done all that stuff for 12 years. And so, I mean, I don't know why the guy's not on the roster yet. I really don't know why. Because he's good. He's got the fan potential. He's got he's a good in-ring guy.
As long as you got Zack Ryder doing squash matches, why do you need him?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And I'm going to say real fast, we talked about Sami Zayn before being the bunny. Last week on Raw, there was an incident with Rose and the bunny. And then on SmackDown, I don't remember that part, but Rose actually hit the bunny. So the bunny will probably be – it's going to be interesting who the bunny is. Yeah. Hopefully it's not Sami Zayn, though. I don't see him against
That's
Adam
a
Rose.
really bad debut for him.
Debut him.
Yeah, because he's too good to debut that way.
Yeah, but you got to look at WWE, though, with where they're at. Okay, let's talk about Jericho. They took a chance on Jericho when he came to the company.
Yes.
And they let him debut by interrupting The Rock. But what we have to remember is Chris Jericho was pretty much already kind of made to the fan base in WCW because he basically started a feud with Bill Goldberg that wasn't even supposed to happen, but he started it on his own. So people who were tuning into Raw knew who Chris Jericho was.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, to a lot of the fan base, I mean, unless they really follow wrestling or watch NXT, that would be an okay way to break him to the crowd because it's a win. Because you don't nowadays with the way they back themselves into a corner with the universe, you can't have him come out against John Cena or Seth Rollins or any of those guys because then it kills their momentum because they just got beat by this guy from NXT. That's why I say we're in a different time.
You're right.
And that could be why they're doing it that way because we know who Adam Rose is. The crowd's really not into him anyway. Why not have him just go ahead and beat Adam Rose?
No, it could be great. I mean, I just...
I know what you're saying, and I would much rather see him beat a Miz. Yeah. I would much rather see that myself, but I just don't know if they'll go that route.
Right. I'd rather see somebody that you bring in and beat Dolph Ziggler for a non-title match and get over more than facing Adam
he's
Rose.
too good. Right. He's too good to waste on that.
But we shall see. I mean, so is Neville.
What's going to go with this guy? This guy's ready,
at some point you'll see him up in the next. I say the Rumble. You might see a couple of these guys in the Rumble, and they might stick around.
Let me ask you this: after Seth Rollins basically being caught up and within 2 years winning Money in the Bank, why not make Money in the Bank? If you have a guy that you think you can make, why not put him in the Money in the Bank match, let him win it, and then kind of have his first little run be against the world champion? Because he does have to cash in right away.
Right.
So he could still be the Money in the Bank winner, but still have a feud against a Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins before he ever gets that title shot. So you could still build him for 6 or 8 months before he ever cashes in. But
That's
why
the way
not
it builds star out there.
Why not have a guy come in, boom, straight off the top?
I would like to see a Money in the Bank for the heavyweight title and a Money in the Bank for the IC or US belt instead. Because that way, the problem with bringing these guys in, JP, and going straight to the top, what if they win it and they don't continue the success? If you cash in for like the US belt or IC belt, they get to keep going with their right. I mean, and see if they can be a champion and build off of it.
But that's my point. Just because he wins Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins has had Money in the Bank now for what, 5 months? Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to cash in that quick.
No.
He can keep it for almost a whole year so you can see what you have. And then if you realize the kid's not it, you could have him lose it to somebody in a match where he puts it on the line because he's the young, dumb kid trying to pick a fight with someone. I just think it would be an impact because here's the reason why I don't like him in the Rumble. If they win the Rumble, that's a guaranteed title shot at Mania.
Yeah.
Now you have no time to build the kid.
Right.
Now you're going to stick him in the main event at WrestleMania where he could tank from the start because he's probably not going to win the title at Mania. That's why I would say maybe you use the Money in the Bank where he could still have those rivalries before he ever cashes
Why
it in.
can't we do a second Money in the Bank for the U.S. title or IC belt?
Well, you could, but here's the deal. I don't think they're going to do that because remember when we used to have 2 Money in the Bank matches, and then there was always one that stood out, and then the other match was so-so because it was filled with guys who probably shouldn't have been in a ladder match for Money in the Bank. And I think that's why they went down to one match because we were getting too much of it.
Yeah. Well, what about – I mean, you see, here's the thing with the Rumble that I like about putting those guys in the Rumble. Wouldn't you rather see guys that are coming up than guys coming back? You know, like putting a guy in there.
Well, here's the thing. When they come into the Rumble, like when Bo Dallas was in it a couple years ago, we knew he wasn't going to win it.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him in it, though.
See, that's what I want to see. Yeah.
You know, I don't want to see him come out. Fine, he could come out with number 30. I don't care if he come out 30. One of these guys came out 30 because usually 30 doesn't win it, usually, unless you're John Cena. But, you know, you could bring –
Yeah.
But you could bring one guy out, maybe 2. I mean, Adrian Neville come in and do the red arrow and then get thrown out.
Then he gets thrown out. Yeah, like they just do a big spot. I mean, I'd rather see that than a guy coming back like, you know, like Kevin Nash coming back.
Kevin Nash,
that's cool.
Part 5.
That's cool coming back and all that, but I'd rather give these other guys a chance. Give them a chance. You want to talk about the future, put these guys up, all right? You're always saying that the future's now. Put them in there. They don't have to win.
You know, but I do agree, like Money in the Bank, I agree with him that they should have, you know,
Just
Adrian
one.
Neville would be perfect for Money in the Bank this year. I mean, him and Sami Zayn at the same time.
Well, he had a ladder match for the NXT
6.
title.
Right, and it was a great match. So saying all that, who would you want, and you got to do different names, not the same one. Who do you want to see called up first out of these guys? Or Divas? Who's the first one you want to see?
Oh, we know JP's answer.
I mean, be realistically. I mean, you know.
I mean, honestly, being realistic, I think it's Adrian Neville. The look, what he can do. I mean, if you look at him straight off the top, it's him or one other guy, and I'm going to let Steven say the other guy. But I think Adrian Neville's definitely got to be in your top 2 or 3 guys of being caught up to the main roster. Again, just with the look and what he does.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you with Adrian Neville, but again, I'm going to disagree.
Right.
I think Sami Zayn. I really do.
Listen, I love you both. And I love the 2 names you got.
Don't you
but
dare
I know who there's 3, and I know who it's going to be.
Who's going to be third?
Go ahead.
Who's going to be third?
No, go ahead.
Who's going to be third?
Come on,
I guarantee you're wrong. You're right because you look at the music.
No, I can't see that far.
But it's the Prince of Purity.
Really? You think
No.
Tyler Breeze, the wannabe Dolph Ziggler, is going to make